Yo, people, a bit of time has passed since, first of all, we beat United at Old Trafford. And then, yesterday, we had the here we go for man like Eze. I mean, see, to be honest, yeah, the hate for Spurs that I have is just, how do I put it? It's just camaraderie. It's not. It's just what I'm supposed to do. But the fact is, growing up in Lagos, there weren't no Spurs fans. So I don't have the same feelings towards Spurs as them man that grew up in London, right? So it's a case where it's hilarious. It's hilarious, regardless of whatever team it was that we went and hijacked their deal. It just goes to show what Arsenal have become. It just goes to show how the people that make the overall decisions in the club, it doesn't make any sense to fire Arteta, bro. There's so many things that have happened since this guy has come to the club that has never happened before, bro. This is the first summer transfer window where we're doing just sign people. Bro, both people that are quality, people that are not quality, just sign people, just get bodies in. And the reality of the fact is, there's no arguments you can make for any of the players we've signed to say they're not good players. You can't tell me Mascara is not a good player. You can't tell me Norgard is not a good player. You can't tell me Madueke is not a good player. If this is the thing, people need to be able to stop being cognitively dissonant, right? You can't argue that Chelsea are a big club and then turn your nose up at a player that Chelsea have signed. Chelsea do this all the time. They sign players, and then if the player is not performing some magic for them, then they turn on the players. Bro, you call yourself a big club, so that means if you scouted and signed Madueke, then that means he has to be a good player, bro. Which one is it? You're either a stupid dead club that has dead players, or you're a good club that's run well. So, and aside from that, we can all see with our eyes what Madueke is, bro. Gyökeres, highest goal scorer in Europe last season. How are people trying to... I saw United fans talking about how Sesko is better than Gyökeres. How do people actually convince themselves of these things? Because if we got Sesko and they got Gyökeres, you already know. Because what is your argument? I need someone to explain to me any argument for Sesko being better than Gyökeres. How? What? Age? Sesko scored 13 goals in the league last season. Gyökeres scored 39, bro. What are you guys talking about? Because you're the same man that talk about how RB Leipzig players tend to flop, tend to be shit. That's the same way you want to talk about how Portuguese strikers tend to be shit. But bro, none of the Portuguese strikers that have been shit. Bro, what? Is Luis Diaz shit? Is Luis Diaz shit? Is he not an attacker? And did he come from there? Didn't Bruno Fernandes, this the same player that all of you think is high quality, didn't he come from there? Didn't Ronaldo come from there? Okay, you say just strikers. Did Darwin Núñez score the amount of goals that Gyökeres scored? But anyway, we've signed Eze, and it just feels so good because it's a case where, all right, cool. We're no longer doing, oh, is this player or bust? I can't even understand how that was our philosophy all this while we've not been able to get like high quality players. I just believe we just didn't have enough clout to do it. And I also believe we didn't have enough clout to have a sporting director like Andrea Berta, bro. Andrea Berta, that's the type of manager that, bro, when you see players hyped, you go and sign them players, bro. Players that are universally in the football world highly rated, you go and sign them players. And if they bang, they bang. If they bomb, they bomb, bro. But there's a reason why they're highly rated. And then you, as a big club, you go cash in on that, bro. Liverpool cashed in on Wirtz. Why? He was highly rated. Cashing on Ekitike, highly rated. Like, less of all this signing gems that nobody knows and then you're imagining will do well. Nah, bro, go sign best in class. And if they can't cut it, if they can't cut the mustard, then cut. If you can't cut it, then get the hell out. And this is what Arteta does, bro. The only problem, obviously, is our selling abilities. And this is why, for example, we're seeing some stupid narratives that people are now bringing out that, oh, Mikel Arteta has now spent more than Pep. Mikel Arteta is now the manager that has spent the most since his last trophies. What kind of analyses are these? And this is the thing, man. Going through YouTube, yeah, I swear for the life of me, I don't see this many YouTube videos created for anybody signing any player, bro. When we signed Gyökeres, everybody made YouTube videos about it. Chelsea fans, Arsenal fans, Man United fans, everybody. When United signed Cunha, I didn't see anyone making no videos about it. When all these other people signed all these other players. So I think I've just come to a point where I've understood, that Arsenal bait is really how to say produce and maintain and sustain your social media career. Why? Because for some reason, I believe it has to be the London factor. I think it's probably the London factor because number one, London is the biggest city in the Premier League. And if you tell me that the Premier League is the best league in the world, and then the country where the Premier League exists is London, and then the major city in that country where the best league exists is London, and then the biggest club in London is Arsenal. So it makes sense that people have issues with Arsenal, and people want to talk about Chelsea. All right, cool. Why is nobody talking about, do you understand? You can't tell me people don't care about Chelsea. And last weekend was another example to show that nobody cares about your club, bro. Chelsea, that's supposed to be in a title race, they drew. They didn't draw Man United, they didn't draw Man City, they didn't draw Tottenham, they didn't draw Arsenal. They drew Crystal Palace, who, by all standards, anybody that's trying to win the league, you're supposed to be beating Crystal Palace. Nobody's talking to them. Nobody's talking about them. But Arsenal won. Arsenal won Man United, and people are having think pieces about it. People are making 3, 4, 5 videos about Arsenal winning. And the videos are meant to criticize. How can you criticize me for winning? And this is the first time in my entire life that I'm seeing people say the better team lost. How many times have Arsenal been the better team and lost? Where's you guys? But hey, I think I'm getting to a point of desensitization to all this hypocrisy and all this stupid double standards, and it's just a case where the only solution to all of this is if we win. It's only if we win. And I listened to Rance, and Rance just said it properly that the reason why he will always shit on Arsenal is just because he doesn't respect us, and he doesn't respect us because we don't win shit. And I guess that's just really what it is. You can't, the problem is when you're a team that is under a manager that is building the club brick by brick, until you get to the end of the house, nobody's going to tell you that your house is beautiful. When you're building a house brick by brick, do the foundation, do the first floor, do the second floor, do everything until the house is finished. Nobody can come and tell you the house is beautiful. No, that's not true. People that are hating on you, shallow-minded people, short-sighted people will not come and tell you that the house is beautiful. And it's a case where, do you really care about the house being beautiful, especially if you have a goal and where you're headed? This guy is building so many bricks. Bro, even the transfer window has been getting better and better, bro. This is literally the best transfer window we've ever had, where there have been clear, high quality, Eze and Gyökeres. Those two guys are the guys that have taken us to a point where these are the best players around right now, and we've just gone and taken them. We've not just taken them. They came to us because they were longing to come to us, bro. They were longing to wear the shirt, bro. Nobody's longing to wear Chelsea. You listen to the difference in the interviews when people are signing for different clubs. When I listen to João Pedro talk about Chelsea, he's just talking about he's just glad to play for a big club. When people are talking about Arsenal, they're talking about they're just happy to play for the Arsenal, bro. And it just is what it is. It's the most rated, most hated. And it's just a case where we just need to start winning the trophies that match our clouds. I feel like that's just what's left. We just need to start winning the trophies that match our clout, bro. Because we can't keep and this is another beautiful thing. We still have our clout. Why? Because regardless, Arsenal will still be, when they're talking about, I saw a post talking about probability for relegation. Arsenal and Liverpool are not there because our probability to get relegated is 0%. Man United's probability to get relegated is 11%, bro. Even Guardiola's probability to get relegated is 0 point something. So obviously, it just feels like the only thing missing is the trophies, and it just becomes a nation of domination by the Arsenal elevation. So it's just a case where we've signed Eze. Fox Spurs, they had massive meltdowns, And people are talking about how Arteta. Now, let me go back to that stupid stats. Even though we've never heard this kind of analysis. Okay, let me give you that. Okay, Arteta has spent more money than Pep Guardiola since he's come. Let's ignore the fact that Guardiola came since Arteta went to Man City. Since Arteta came to Arsenal, you're talking about how why would Guardiola need to spend as much as Arteta? You literally have a team that's done centurions. So you either race the centurions or you don't. If we raise the Centurions as a high quality team, why on earth will a team that just 100 points need to spend as much as a team like Arsenal that were 8th position, bro? How, bruv? How? Okay, then let's even assume none of that matters. All right, cool. What does that now mean? Arteta spends more than Guardiola. What does that mean? Because Guardiola has spent the most money out of everybody in the world. That does not take away from the fact that he's the highest quality manager. It does give people reasons to criticize him because then they now say, all right, what will he do with a lesser team? So that just means he's not really a good manager. And in my head, I'm just like, bro, in the end, none of these things matter. According to you guys, all that matters is the trophies, bro. Because you won't give Arteta credit for winning the FA Cup because you say that was Emery's team, of which fairness, 5 years ago. So do you understand? So I think I just need to be honest, I'm getting desensitized to all these stupid things that they say about my club. I'm actually getting desensitized because my mind is just like, all right, cool. Once we win a trophy, all these guys, I need to hear what all these guys say when we win our major trophy. And it will just be very interesting to see where else they want to shift the goalpost to. Let me guess, they'll shift it to how long is, but guess what? Once we win our trophy, we're coming for Alex Ferguson. Yeah? If we win a trophy before 7 years that it took Alex Ferguson to win his first major trophy with United, if we win a trophy before Alex Ferguson, Arteta is better than Alex Ferguson. All right, cool. How does that sound now? How does that sound? How does that feel? Doesn't that sound ridiculous? But hey, the facts are the facts, babe. Especially because Alex Ferguson had some experience before as a head coach. Arteta, this is his first job and he's about to win a trophy in his first he already won trophies. He's about to win the Premier League / the Champions League in his first 6, even if it's 7 seasons as a manager, period, bro. Do you know what that is? Who else has done that in the history of the world? Who else has ever done that? Because we either agree the Premier League is the best league or we don't, all right? So let's even take it to Champions. If Arteta to win the Champions League this season, he becomes automatically the best manager in the world to have ever existed. Yes? Because your first ever managerial job, you won the Champions League in 7 seasons. Never done by anyone ever before. So what now? But anyway, Eze to Arsenal. Just watching comps of him, I really like his personality. I like kind of vibes, and it just goes to show, man, Arteta just sign the people that are meant to be signed. Just sign the people that have the quality, man. Like he seems, obviously this is one of the things where the only person that is odd is really probably Saliba, Madueke, bro. Pretty much everybody in our team, they're all in long-term relationships, man. It's actually very interesting to see, and it makes sense, right? Because if you're in a long-term relationship with the girl, and this is the beauty of being a footballer, right? At that level, the only girl that you would be in a long-term relationship is a girl that you choose to be in a long-term relationship with, not a girl that you can get. And the idea is, as a man, when you're with a girl that is the girl you want, unequivocally, yeah? Especially if you're not a polygamous man by nature, right? Like, then you'll be fine. And you'll be fine to focus on other things. Because Mikel Arteta's number 1 requirement for anyone that wants to play for our club is 100% focus and dedication. And the idea is, if you're in a committed relationship and you play for Arteta's team, you'll be more focused. You'll not be doing up Rashford. You'll not be doing up Rashford, going up and down with your Gucci chains and having all these weird racist people talking shit about you. It's a case where, how can you have coin for Rashford, but you don't have the same coin for Grealish? Like, but anyway. And then finally about Isak, man. My thoughts on this Isak situation is just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a bit weird, bro. Like, how have you gotten to a point where you're forgetting that this is a job? Bro, we all have jobs. We all have jobs where our jobs have business is business. There's just some things that are not within your control, and you need to understand that you're just an employee. You're just another number. The only thing that matters is the company's profitability. And if they tell you that based on FFP rules, we can't give you a pay increase yet, or even not even because of that, if we just decide we're not interested in reducing our profits just so we can make you happier, bro, what can you do about it, bro? So unless someone comes and chucks down the 150 million that we've said you cost, you're contracted to play for us for 3 years, bro, and then you're coming on social media talking about promises were made. This has to be the final boss of these bitch-ass players, man. And because he doesn't want to come to Arsenal, and because he probably won't come to Arsenal, yeah, fuck Isak, bro. It's really highly disrespectful, and it might set a stupid-ass precedent. And it is an insult to the institution, bro. Because then, like, people say when clubs want to get rid of players, they do it without remorse. Bro, you worked your whole life to get an opportunity with this club. And now they've given you the opportunity and then you're acting too big for your boots. Nah, bro. Like, work harder, right? Try harder, like Timber said, to get to a position where nobody can tell you what to do. All right? Rather than trying to bitch your way. Rather than trying... Bro, if you are that guy, how about you do the same season you just had again and then see if they won't do what they need to do, of which by then you have 1 year less on your contract. And then people will even be more inclined. First of all, the valuation will drop. So people will even be more inclined to come buy you next season, bro. Like, why are you so in a rush to leave Newcastle? What's the reason, bro? Are they racist to you over there? Because I know it seems like they love you, man. Like, why are you in a rush to leave there, bro? And you're not even coming to Arsenal. You're not even going to London. You're going to yet another, like, Northern. If any reason you have for wanting to leave Newcastle, like, environmentally, situationally, bro, you will face the same thing in Liverpool. If you want to leave Newcastle because the people there are racist, why do you think the people in Newcastle will not be, in Liverpool will not be racist as well? If you want to leave there because you don't like the area of Newcastle, why do you think Liverpool is going to be better than Newcastle, bro? The only upgrade in terms of environment is if you go London, bro, or worst case scenario, maybe Manchester. And I'm not even putting my neck on the line for that fact. The only kind of upgrade in terms of lifestyle and environmental situation is London, bro. So if you're not going to Arsenal, then what the hell are you doing, bro? You're just doing the most. And I'm not in support of anything you've done, Isak, man. Like, because even when Harry Kane was fucked over by his club, he didn't come out and make such stupid statements and talk about he's not training. But anyway, see, you've laid your bed, you get to lie on it. So fuck you, fuck Isak. And hey, if this is the end of your career, bro, you'll be a streets won't forget baller. Because guess what? There's so many other footballers, bro. But there's a limited amount of top clubs in England that you can play for. Guess what? Who has the cards, bro? Who has the cards? And you are not Paul Pogba that'll be out of the game for like bro, if Newcastle decide that you're not playing again for the next 3 years, bro, how many big teams do you think are going to be lining up to sign you after 3 years of you not playing any proper football, bro? Your value is down the drain. And Newcastle have already gotten their money's worth from you. They've got their trophy, fam. So, hey, bro, they hold all the cards. So just stop being a bitch, bro. Just stop being a bitch. But anyway, I believe Eze is going to cook for Arsenal. So, yeah, come on, man. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one, people.